everybody. I love the way you reworked the music for that
Oh, you're
to
welcome.
rebuild. And I don't think I ever really told you. That's Arthur's music, by the way, that he put to my video that I created. So
It was
I
from
feel
a
very,
small film back in like 2007, I think. But
hey,
it
music
just
is
it matched
timeless. It
Drain the
works.
Swamp. I still think you should rename it to Restocking the
Restocking
Swamp.
the swamp.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I've been doing it with a question mark, draining the swamp. So, but I've been thinking about putting restocking the
So I'm glad
swamp.
you like the
So,
music. Thank you.
and
It's
I
fun.
do like the music a lot. Well, hi everybody. Thank you for coming and welcome. As you notice, our third co-host is not here tonight. Mel is still in the hospital. He's supposed to go home tomorrow, and then he goes back to see doctors on Thursday. So he's doing a little better. I think just from the text I got from him, it just came across that he was doing better. I haven't like talked to him. And I mean, he's cutting fart jokes. So I figure if he's cutting fart jokes, he's feeling okay. So.
Yeah, I'm joking. I just let him be today. I mean, we chatted a little bit yesterday, and I just said, you know what, let's give the guy a break. If something happens,
Yeah,
he'll tell me.
exactly. Yeah, Linda will call or something. And,
Yeah.
and I just, this morning when I got up and I got to work, and I just quickly hit a text and just said, just checking, making sure you're okay. Just let me know
And
you're
that's the
breathing.
one great
And
thing about this community. Everyone
yeah,
cares, and
exactly.
it's
Exactly.
heartwarming. So please,
Very
again,
much
we
so.
can never
Yeah.
send
I
him enough
mean,
love and light,
exactly. Yeah.
and where can
Send
I
him
buy it from?
messages, go to his page. You know, he's
Yeah.
been posting on his community tab to keep up with what's going on with him. So, you know, you can always send him a little love and maybe a donation or two because he hasn't been able to really work because
Yeah.
he's been in and out of the hospital. So,
Well, his Venmo is Melvin dash door.
okay, I didn't have his Venmo, but
Yeah.
I
It's
do
Melvin
have
Melvin. Then little.
Arthur's information is up.
Oh,
So that's his website and his YouTube
cool.
channel. So you can make sure you go and like, subscribe, and share and all that good stuff. And you could check out his website and schedule readings and all kinds of fun stuff. And then I have Mel's. I have his website and his YouTube.
Right.
I don't have his Venmo.
Well,
I
just so you
didn't.
know, his Venmo is Melvin, then minus sign door DOERR.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Melvin. Melvin.
Yes.
At Venmo. All right.
That's the best way to show him some love right now.
There you go. You know, I mean, and we're all hurting. So, you know, just you got $5, send $5. I mean, you know, just whatever. Every little bit helps. Lord knows there have been times I've checked my Venmo or my PayPal and I've had, you know, a couple of people send 5 or 10 or $20 and it's just enough to put gas in the car that day, you know, or
But
something.
also, people
Um,
don't realize the donations that are given to us, they really help our channels too. They really do.
absolutely.
Like when I go into the studio to do the voiceovers, you know, that's
Yeah.
that's out of pocket. That's not. I don't have a studio, so.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, I pay for Canva, I pay for
Oh,
StreamYard.
yeah, StreamYard.
StreamYard just like doubled its price this year, so they kind of got
It's
ahead of the
I think I'm
tariffs.
paying like $40, $49 a month.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
think that's
pay
why I'm doing all
annually.
live shows now. If I'm going to have it, I might as well use it.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
for it.
So, but so yeah, I mean, just you know, any little bit helps. Super
Yeah,
chats,
it all
Venmo,
helps, and,
PayPal,
and everyone here is so
um,
generous. So thank you
and
so much
all of the
from all
same
of us.
info is in the description box below. So
Mhm.
you can always check after the fact. And so, did you see anything on the news today that you want to bring up before we? I got a few questions, but
Well, the main thing is the president of El Salvador saying,
yeah,
"How can I return, you know, a terrorist? The guy's
yeah,
not a terrorist."
no, He's not. He's an innocent man. Or the young girl, young college girl. The video came out today that somebody had filmed
Mm-hmm.
of Donald's brown shirts just snatching her off the street, and some guy running up saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" And they're like, "Well, she's under arrest." And he's like, "Well, how do I know that? You're not in a uniform." And they threw her in the van and took off. I mean,
And another guy went for his interview for his immigration, and then he found out he had done a protest against Palestinian or something.
Yeah.
Pro-Palestinian.
Denied him, yeah.
ICE just came in and took him.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then I heard 45 saying, I don't know if it was today or yesterday that he said it. It was part of a clip that Mary Trump played that he was talking about. Oh, well, even those that are homegrown.
Right. He was talking to the president of El Salvador, saying you need to build 5 or 6 more prisons to hold all of our homegrown
terrorists. So that's anybody and everybody.
He didn't say terrorists, our homegrown criminals.
Just our homegrown. Okay.
And before he did an interview saying that, we could if it's cheaper for us to house criminals somewhere else in another country and it's cheaper, we're going to do that. But the thing is, what they're saying is they took him, this innocent man, to El Salvador, and now they're saying, well, it's a sovereign nation, we can't go in there. Well, why can't you just have Kristi Noem go and get some more pictures and bring him home?
Exactly, or have SEAL Team 6 go in without him being aware of it and taking his ass and bringing him home, I mean, and then the El Salvador president was saying something. I didn't catch the whole bit. I just caught bits and pieces about he was afraid Vance was going to come storming through the door and arrest him. And Donald was like, nobody's going to arrest you. You haven't done anything wrong. And I'm like, excuse me? He hasn't done anything wrong, right? He's holding innocent people in a prison. And
Vance may not like the way he does his makeup, so that's another story.
That could be. So, he's just...
It's going to shift. I still feel the guy from El Salvador, from Maryland, Garcia,
I still feel like he's going
to be returned.
Yeah.
Lately, I'm hesitant on giving dates and time frames because everybody pounds on me if it's like a day late.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just going to say he is coming home.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I keep feeling like, he's going to come home. Now, what condition he's going to be in when he gets here?
Hopefully not like the guy from North Korea.
And then I heard, I don't know if any of y'all listen to Christopher Titus. He does a podcast. He's a comedian. He and his wife and a couple other guys that sit on the show with him. And they were talking about it. I think the show was from this weekend. I don't know. It was in my saved things. And he was talking about them about, they don't want to bring this gentleman home because they know when he gets home, the first thing that's going to happen is the press is going to attack and he's going to flat ass tell them what happened.
Yeah.
What happened to him, what happened to the other guys. There's going to be book deals. There's going to be movie deals. He's going to be able to pretty much
movie deals, but unfortunately, they'll make sure that he doesn't get paid any of the money out of it. But Trump people do. Yeah. Maybe Jeff Bezos will offer Melania another $40 million to produce this guy's life story.
There you go. Who knows? Yeah. Okay. I'm seeing a couple of questions come in here. Well, some of the things I wrote was there was a headline I saw. European officials who have to be in the U.S. for business or whatever are no longer bringing their personal cell phones with them. They're getting burner phones before they leave.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because they don't want anybody to see what their social media says, and 2, they said several people that were interviewed said, "Yeah, we don't want the president spying on us."
Well, there was a Canadian woman that was trying to cross the border with her husband legally up by, I think it was Niagara Falls. I'm sure if I'm wrong, someone will correct me. But they were asked, what do you think of President Trump? And she quipped, glad he's not our president. They would not let her into the country, and she's banned for 5 years on entering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The damage he is doing to our reputation abroad is just truly atrocious. And it's going to take decades to repair.
Now, it's going to be interesting because tomorrow the federal judge has a hearing with the DOJ, seeing what's going on. So it's going to be really interesting when they say, "Oh, we're going to hear you." When the Supreme Court is all saying, "You got to bring the guy home."
Yeah. Oh, I know. I saw. I was starting to tell you backstage. I saw. Kane, stop. Ay. I saw Glenn Kirshner on a little short take earlier, talking about it, and talking about them saying that they weren't going to do what the Supreme Court said. And so I put something in the little chat thing. I said, so when are the U.S. Marshals going to be deployed to go make arrests? Because that's who controls them, or the courts. The U.S. Marshals are deployed by the courts to go and arrest people who've broken laws, or who have not shown up, or who have, just whatever, anything to do with the courts and laws that have been passed. And I got a lot of people saying, damn right. I'm like, that's nice, but nobody's answered my question yet, because nobody has the answer to it yet.
There's no answer.
No. Hi, Ramon. Yeah, he paid the El Salvador president millions of dollars to take those prisoners. That president's not gonna give up those people. Then he's gonna have to give up that money. If he sends anybody back, damn well 45 is gonna want money back on it. Oh well, you sent one back, so you owe me $100,000. I mean, it's
like I said, just send Christy Nome back with her $60,000 Rolex watch and bring him home.
Yeah, she can trade her watch for his life and bring him home.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. President. We're only going to have a 3-mile parade, not 4 mile, because those millions had to bring somebody back.
Yeah. So it's just, the thing of it is because of them responding the way they have with this young man, middle-aged man, however old he is, they've only made the situation worse. And what would have been a non-story just about has blown up in their faces because they don't want to do what's right.
Well, they haven't learned the lesson that it's not the crime as much as it's the cover-up that gets you in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, and yet they want to cut Social Security and Medicaid, but he's got millions of dollars to pay to another corrupt leader in another corrupt country to house innocent people.
And now he's talking about housing actual American citizens.
Yeah. The homegrowns. We're the homegrowns. So that's, I know.
This is out of the dictator playbook.
Oh yeah.
The guy that wrote the book on tyranny.
Exactly what Hitler did. Exactly what he did.
Well, he destroyed their democracy in 53 days.
And so it, I know I've heard Arnold Schwarzenegger talk this. His dad was basically a
German
Nazi, and well, they were Austrian, but they were in the army and stuff. And I've seen an interview where he talked about after the war was over and the men when they returned and the shame that they carried with them. and how so many of them, were just totally screwed up in the head because
Well,
it was
don't
like,
forget, Ratzenberg worked for the
yeah,
Nazis. But
yeah,
then before he went to seminary and stuff, they did his background check and all that. And if it had been bad, he would not have ended up being Pope Benedict.
yeah. Oh, I like what Sandy Johnson says. But yet Trump rescued the Tate brothers from an overseas prison.
Yeah.
And they were wanted in several countries for child trafficking, rape, and prostitution.
Yeah, but Barron was good friends with them, remember?
That's right. So, yeah,
It's all smoke and mirrors.
it is. It is. Thank you, Rose. Um, but I do see him coming home. The only thing I worry about is I can't see the condition he's in when he comes home.
That's what I'm going to say for all of them.
And so I'm just hoping for the best at this point. But
Yeah.
I do see him coming home, and I'm just hoping the most benevolent good, he comes home still in one piece and not in several. So
it's time to bring out a ticker tape parade.
Yeah, I mean, thing of it is, when 45 has his birthday parade, nobody should show up. Should be to empty streets and nobody there. And when they bring Mr. Abrego home, the streets should be packed for that ticker tape parade for bringing him home. And but yeah, the courts need to contact the U.S. Marshals and say, hey, if they're not going to follow.
Well, unfortunately, Blondie Bondi's in charge of the marshals, but
true.
The court still, I still feel the court is able to do what they have to do.
Yeah. Ready? So I'm. Oh, there's a good one. When is karma coming for Stephen Miller?
Not soon enough.
Politicians and government.
Ooh, you got your cards.
I got my cards. And I'm loving them.
Well, let me pull one for me, for my deck.
All right.
Planned outcome.
There you go.
It's going to happen. And the man, when he gives interviews and everything, he just starts screaming at people. Have you noticed that?
Who? The El Salvador? Or
no, Steve Miller.
Oh, Steve Miller. Yeah, he's always been like that. In the very beginning, in the first term, he was very quiet, kind of like Jared. But this go round, it's like the minute somebody asks him a question, he's very combative,
He's emboldened.
Yeah. And are the banks safe? Well,
I feel yes.
I feel like they are, as long as we don't freak out and make a run on the banks, because that will cause them to close their doors to keep them from going over.
This is not a prediction, but I'm just going to personally recommend credit unions, because those are memberships.
Yeah.
And the money is insured FDIC.
Yeah.
So
I'm in a credit union. I'm not in a bank. And it's something I have felt for a while, and I have counseled several of my clients and stuff, and others. Start keeping a couple of weeks worth of money in cash at home, hidden away. Don't let anybody know you got it. But that way, if for whatever reason ATMs shut down or banks aren't letting you come get money out to go pay, the light bill or go get milk and sugar and bread for your kids to eat, if you got a few bucks on you, at least you can take care of the basics. And so be smart about it.
Well, I have that stack of dollar bills I use for the strippers, but I guess I can't use that for strippers anymore.
Depends on the poles they use.
We used to call those a gin roll, and you have everything rolled up.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding. A little levity, people.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because some of these topics can get real depressing real fast.
Well, I like what Rose Blue says. The Bank of Serta.
Where did you put that? Oh, the bank. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. I don't know what the deal is about Bill Maher and Trump. Something happened between them.
I don't want to go there. I don't know.
I don't watch Bill Maher anymore. When he started going to the dark side, I was like, okay, bye. And I quit watching. I cut off HBO even because it was like, that was the only reason why I had it to begin with, because I used to watch him every Friday night. And I was like, yeah, no, I can't deal with that. Was the arsonist paid by Trump's people to hurt Governor Shapiro's home?
No.
Heard it? He burnt it to smithereens.
No, the guy was nuts. The guy was just certifiable. He wasn't paid. Yeah. I think he would pay people to let him do it.
Yeah, exactly. But Eileen, I got your present. Look what came in the mail today. She sent me this beautiful cup. A coffee mug. I can get up in the morning. Okay, it says, wishing you an uneventful day. But if that does not work, start with 5 minutes and go from there. That's what this first cup of coffee is my first 5 minutes in the morning. When everybody knows, don't talk to her, don't look at her, don't even breathe in her direction. Let mama drink her coffee and have her cigarette, and then you can approach her. Otherwise, it could be dangerous.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I don't think this guy was just cuckoo from Cocoa Puffs.
Lone wolf. Here's a lone wolf.
Yeah. Just pay attention to the people around you, and if you see anybody acting suspicious, say something. To your local police if you trust them.
Yeah, but you don't become a brown shirt.
Exactly, or a brown noser for that matter. Why haven't we heard anything about Ivanka and Jared? They're in hiding.
Ivanka's hoping her patents don't get taken away from her from China.
Yeah, exactly. She's got like.
And Jared's been quiet, just taking care of all that money from Saudi Arabia.
And he doesn't want
$25 million a year to watch this money.
Yeah.
Nuts.
So they're trying to stay clear of daddy so that they don't get any more tarnished than they already are.
There's not enough splatter guard to go around.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been said, and I don't know how true it is, but there have been people who have said that she seriously wants to be president. And it's like, that's not going to happen.
Well, we can make it happen as long as it's the Rotary Club.
I don't even think the Rotary Club would take her.
She's the president. She has her own HOA.
As long as it's not a charity, then she can. She can't run one of those.
Lady Lo-Fi says Craig Dishner is smirking in every photo of him. It's wild. No, it's just that the Botox didn't set in when they took the photo. It looks like a marionette. He's got so much Botox in his face for entertainment purposes only. Yeah. Or a mannequin, rather.
I've seen pictures of him back from when they were first dating. And he was actually a very pleasant-looking man. A lot of smiles. He smiled. He had bright eyes, like smiling eyes and stuff. And within about a year or two of being in this family, he's like become this wax doll or something. I don't know.
Like I said, I know a
Kinda
couple of
scary
plastic
looking.
surgeons, and to me, it looks like he's like stroke smooth from Botox.
Here's a good one. Nora asks, will MTG Butch Body go to jail for insider trading?
But they don't know which jail to put her in, male or female.
Or El Salvador?
Yeah. She will. She's going. Something's happening. It depends how. What I was saying, I think on yesterday's show, a lot of times these people are going to be like pointing at each other so much, trying to get
They're
out.
gonna be
Thing.
they're gonna be
Like I
falling
told
all
the
over
artist,
each other, blaming the other
Yeah.
guy. You know,
I didn't do it. They did it. They told me to do it.
Yeah.
I think they all
Yeah.
need to watch, trial in Nuremberg.
Yeah, exactly, because it sure didn't work for them. So,
Just following orders.
Yep. Following orders doesn't
Cut it.
doesn't get you very far, especially when you're doing horrendous things. Sharon asked, what will be the outcome of Trump admin refusing to obey the SCOTUS court?
I feel there's going to, on Tuesday, tomorrow, it's going to be really gut-wrenching response from the DOJ. Oh, we're just saying we can't do it. And the judge is saying they have to. The Supreme Court says they have to. I feel they'll go back to the Supreme Court, and I feel they will write something that's scathing, because 9-0 was what they ordered.
That you have to go get them. And I was hearing somebody say earlier, it was either Kirshner, it was one of the other lawyer people, I don't remember, talking about she had already established that they had to report to her every day.
Yes.
About where Mr. Garcia is at, what is his physical condition and his mental condition. I don't know if they've actually followed through on that.
Well, they said he's alive. That's all they said, but they didn't say what they were doing to facilitate his return. In the past, what they will be doing. There are 3 things, and so they may try to skirt around this.
Yeah.
I really feel this federal judge is going to start holding contempt hearings.
She should, and like I said, it's time for the marshals to be put to use.
That's my, what do you call it? That's my psychic intuition.
Yep. And then JC asked a similar question, now what? So it's gonna happen, y'all. It's just gonna take a little bit. And
it's like we're all in a tilt-a-whirl watching the bolt in the middle, hoping it doesn't go away, because then we're all dead.
Oh, he's busy having his feelings hurt because people don't like Tesla anymore.
Maybe he's doubling up on his ketamine.
Who knows?
Well, maybe he pulled his hair out and has to get more put in now.
There you go.
Gender affirming care.
See, Nora had anything on the rocket launch. Katy Perry and Gayle King. Oh,
I don't see that happen. I actually don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't even heard anything about it, much less.
Mm-hmm.
That's.
I don't know.
I don't think either woman would be stupid enough to get in one of his rockets. Go up. I mean.
Well, no, they've been planning it for a while, so it's just, so we'll see. But I'm not feeling that. I'm just not getting that at all. I don't know enough about it to really read on it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I just go by just the basic feelings of just nah. It's basically when I'm here, like no biggie.
Oh, wait a minute. Helen is saying they went up and came down already.
Oh. Well, are they going to actually get paid for doing it, or?
Well, Gail kissed the ground, according to Kelly.
It must have been big news because I haven't heard a peep about it. So,
I've been busy writing my next video, so
yeah, I've been busy dealing with other things myself. It's like unless it's something that jumps out from the YouTube screen and slaps me in the face and
yeah,
says,
no.
"Pay
Sometimes,
attention."
yeah,
It's
when I work on writing my stuff, I turn everything off. You
yeah.
know, including my
Well,
brain
you
cells.
have to because you're in a different mindset. You're in a
Mm-hmm.
different plane of where you're functioning. So, who will be named?
The lawyers,
Yeah,
the DOJ
they're going to
lawyers.
throw the lawyers under the bus. I mean, they've already
Mm-hmm.
thrown some of them under the bus. So, um,
Yep.
and if Laura Loma doesn't like them, look out because she'll get them fired right away. Um, for some
But
ungodly reason, she
but
seems to.
can you, if somebody's in contempt of court, they're probably thinking, oh, he'll just pardon us. He'll do whatever he wants. He'll pardon us.
That's what a lot of them are thinking. That's
And my expression to that would be, pardon me,
yeah.
excuse me.
All right, spiritual garden, go have a good evening, baby. Watch a funny movie or something and laugh. Um, we all have our moments when we've had enough. Don't apologize for it. I usually do that on Friday or Sunday nights after all the shows are done. I sit down and I watch something, watch a movie or a TV show or something that's just funny, something make me laugh.
Oh, Hulu
You know.
just released the final season of Handmaid's Tale.
Oh boy.
I started watching like, no, I can't get into this. No,
Yeah, I'd never even watched the first ones. I just
no,
like
the
I
season
just
6, the
can't go
last
there.
one. It's
The first season it came out, I watched like the first couple of episodes and
yeah,
I was just like I can't because I was watching it and it was like this is
it's
it kept
too.
coming across to me. This is reality. This isn't make believe, and I just couldn't watch it.
Now, if you want to really freak out, watch Man in the High Tower, where the Germans won the war. So all of New York and the East Coast are run by Germany, and all the
Yeah,
West Coast is run by Japan. It's really freaky. And Hitler's still
yeah.
alive.
I don't.
Anyway,
Maybe once we move past our own
it's like
horror
when I say a
story that
bad
we're
joke, it's
living
when like
in.
too soon.
Yeah, it's I could go back maybe in 10 years from 20 years from now and watch it and be like, okay, I can see why they thought it was good. But I understand now why neither of my grandfathers would discuss or watch anything to do with World War II.
Mm-hmm.
In Europe, I mean, one fought in Europe in the Army, one was in the Navy in the Pacific. And neither one of them would talk about it, would watch any TV shows about it or movies about it, or
Mm-hmm.
just no. Uh, I remember when Hogan's Heroes came on the air, and my granddaddy Hop was like, "That's not how it was," and that's all he ever said about that show, and he never watched it.
It was a comedy, but still.
Exactly, they were making fun, but it was too soon for him, you know, because he saw some horrible things in Europe, and I get it, and
Well, they did The Handmaid's Tale as a movie with Faye Dunaway and I think Robert Duvall originally.
wait, they did the movie?
There was a movie version of it years ago.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what was it called?
It was called Handmaid's Tale.
The Handmaid's Tale? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to look it up. Okay. Maybe save it on my Amazon Prime.
It's not.
Not available?
No, it's not worth it.
In
I'd
oh,
rather you
when
watch It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
yeah, that's better. So,
How accurate are
our remote viewers.
meaning government remote viewers.
Some
Thing
of them are
is,
pretty
a lot of them
pretty
are very
damn
accurate. However, it depends if they listen to them or not.
and what it is that they're being
Asked to look
at. Yeah, I mean, I watched a live stream with a reader who does remote viewing back when they were trying to get Amy Coney Barrett in, and she decided, somebody asked her if she could do a remote view and just get a vibe on this woman. And I watched her literally physically get thrown out of the view. I mean, she freaked out. She had to shut down the stream and say, I can't do this now. I mean, that was it. She came back on a couple of days later and talked about it, but she was freaked out about it. I was like, whoa. I didn't know they could physically come back at you, but she was like, there was something very dark at that time surrounding the court and what they were doing. And when she went in to go have a peek, it literally
freaked her out,
stopped her in her tracks and threw her out. And I was like, wow.
Well, it's like when we go to read something, sometimes the guides just block it.
Yeah, we don't get anything, or they'll show us something
and then
off the wall.
You realize why.
Yeah, it's there are times when I get things that are kind of off the wall, and it's like, what does that have to do with anything? And it's not until later I can go back and think about it and realize they were just blocking me from going in a certain direction for whatever reason.
It always happens when I want lotto numbers. I don't know why.
I know they won't give them to me either. It's like, come on, man, just once. I just need to win once, and I'm happy.
I need to get my teeth fixed. Come on, please.
Yeah, exactly. I need new ones. These are getting old. I've had to super glue them back together several times. So
I'm just gonna get the box of chiclets.
Mine come out and soak in a glass every night. So
No, I'm just gonna get chiclets.
Oh, there you go. I just need a whole new set because these are old.
So when my channel becomes Appalachian Living, Arthur, you'll know why.
There you go.
Nothing wrong with Appalachia. Sorry, just bad joke.
Yeah, that's okay. We understand. Yeah, Sheila Celtic Tarot does remote viewing. It wasn't her. It was another reader, but I've seen her do some remote views. When
I don't have batteries in my remote control, I can't do remote viewing anymore.
Yeah, there you go. I've never been able to do that. But then again, I've never really tried because
it's a whole.
It seems very invasive.
It
just seems very invasive to me. I mean, unless somebody gives me permission to go in and view what they're doing, it just seems like you're breaking a rule. That's just my personal feelings on it. I'm the same.
I know. It's when they ask me to look into Trump, it's like, I'm in a diaper. I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like Bib the Michelin Tire Man.
Yeah, it's just like when people ask me to read on their husband or on their daughter or something. It's like I can read the energy maybe around the situation, but I can't read on the person because I don't have their permission to go in and read them. And that's just something ethically that I feel very strongly about. I know some people do it and don't blink an eye about it. And
I had a woman once ask me a question, what somebody was up to, and I just stopped. I said, is there a restraining order against you? She said, well, of course there is, but that doesn't mean I can't go to a psychic to see what he's doing.
Ding, 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 ding. That's why you don't go in other people's.
Anyway.
Yeah. So,
just like that,
Lady Lo-Fi
a lot of these people have astrologers.
They do. I have a Patty Palmer made me a blessing jar. to put up to attract abundance of all kinds. So it's got all kinds of little things in there that she
You
goes
want to
through like
attract abundance? If you want to attract abundance, there's a technique by Neville Goddard where before you go to bed at night, you're about to fall asleep, you just say thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Or thank you. But you're not saying thank you for, you're not going to have a specific checklist because the universe already knows what it brought you.
Yeah,
But you're also saying thank you for what's about to come in. That's where you don't ask for certain things
exactly.
because we're finite, where the universe is infinite. So it brings you what we need. So we just say thank you ahead of time. That's a good technique. Just let you know.
Exactly. No, it wasn't whimsy either, Melissa. But I know she does a lot of remote viewing. It's,
See,
yeah, so what's this?
just unveiled his gold
gold
statue at Mar-a-Lago. Do you think the gold came after it? No. The gold statue of him or that statue with the goat with all the money on it? That was kind of creepy.
Yeah. And
knowing him, it's just spray paint.
yeah, I don't think he can afford the real thing. I mean,
No, or he would hoard the real thing and just put out there the spray paint, like it's like those wonderful gold sneakers.
Yeah, just
I wonder if he asked China if they could like cut down on the tariffs on all of his products coming from, so his people can buy it cheaper.
yeah.
All the Bibles are printed in China.
Well, and the thing of it is that everything that we buy cheap, that we love to buy cheap in this country, all came from China. From our iPhones on down to all the little bits and pieces and parts that go
Well,
in
they're
it
not
to fix it.
continuing.
And
Well, smartphones and stuff like that aren't going to be on the tariffs.
yeah, but what about the parts for them? He didn't specify those. I mean,
Yeah, whatever. Look, the man babbles. He's like the Tower of Babel.
I prefer to see him as the tower in the tarot, just falling over with lightning striking.
If I ever do my own tarot cards, I think I would use the Towering Inferno for the tower.
Wait, what? Say that again.
If I were to do my own tarot deck, I think I would use the movie poster from the Towering Inferno for the tarot.
That's a good one. Oh, that was a good movie too. The book was better, but the movie was good too.
Production.
Temu, yeah, things on Temu are already starting to go up. I've had a very intimate relationship with Temu for the last couple of years. I bought a lot of cool stuff, really, really, really cheap, and it's not so cheap anymore. And I go in and look, and it's like, damn, man, when do their prices go up so high? And it's tariffs. They're already marking everything up. So the cheapest gold you can buy on the planet. I mean, back when Nixon was in office and first set up the deal with China for trade, at the time there were a lot of people who were not real happy about it because we were on the verge of kind of revamping all of our manufacturing and everything to where we would have been the world leaders on a lot of this new stuff that was starting to develop. And basically we got sold out to China for the cheap crap and let them be the world leaders on it. And now we have countries saying we can't trust the US anymore. We can't share information with the US anymore. We can't, we don't see them as being a world leader anymore. I mean, this is what this man is.
Well, when Japan is trying to make trade deals with China, there's something wrong.
Exactly.
By the way, there's a really good opera Nixon goes to China. It's very interesting.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Mm.
Connie says, I remember that movie, The Towering Inferno. I remember Fred Astaire was in it. I remember that.
Fred Astaire.
And
Richard Chamberlain, who just passed away, was in it.
Yeah, he was in it.
Steve McQueen, Paul Newman.
Steve, yeah.
Ava Gardner.
Steve McQueen died shortly after they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And he passed.
Yeah, we share a birthday.
Yeah. Oh, really? Well,
and Norman Fowle from Mr. Roper.
And he was in it? Or he shared your birthday?
Mr. Roper shared my birthday. And so did Steve McQueen. So.
Oh, cool.
And the girl that said, at one time at band camp. See, what other questions do we have here?
It says, China canceled beef orders from the U.S.
Where's the beef?
I didn't know China even ate beef. I figured they ate their dogs.
No. That's actually North Korea.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Sorry. No offense, China. I don't know why.
No, but they don't want to touch our beef because of mad cow disease, please.
Yeah, it's like I only buy meat from local mom and pop stores here in town because I know they get it from the local ranchers that live here. So I know where the animals come from and what they've been eating. I will not buy meat or anything like that at the big box stores.
It's Soylent Green. It's never mind.
It's let's not go there. Although that was another really good movie. We seem to be on a movie kick tonight.
I'm always on a movie kick.
Oh my goodness. It's somebody else. China is getting beef from Australia instead of us. Yeah, all of our allies are now.
They're getting their soybeans from Chile instead of the United States.
All of our allies are now in the process of cutting deals with China and whatnot because, he's pretty much cut us out of the process. And it's going to start hurting when suddenly we can't get, where do you think all those avocados come from? Not here. They have some avocado orchards or farms or whatever, but the majority of them come from Mexico.
But a lot of avocados also come from California. Actually, more orange juice is shipped out of California than Florida.
Now that I can believe.
And we're the number one exporter of almonds.
Yeah, I'd heard that. So I don't care.
Let's face it. California is the 5th largest economy in the world.
In the whole world, yeah. It could be its own country and then some.
Mm-hmm.
And, so, which one you laughing at?
Cool Ant. I knew what Soylent Green was 5 minutes into the movie, basically.
Oh, Rose says, will Nebraska really be bankrupt in 4 months?
It already is morally, but that's another story. Close to it.
I'm hearing no, but not like, of course not. It's more like, no, not exactly. It's kind of the answer I'm getting.
Yeah.
I want to move to California. Yeah, I would live there too, but I'm afraid of earthquakes. So.
Oh, come on.
San Diego got hit with one this morning. So.
Yeah, I didn't feel it.
You're not in San Diego.
Yeah, but sometimes you feel them from miles.
Sometimes you feel them. I know. I'm teasing.
It's like when we were talking about the fires with Lyndon. I said, yeah, if we had an earthquake, we'd call this place Shake and Bake.
Yeah.
So I said, too soon.
That's it. Roger Stone. Wow, I hadn't even thought about him in a while.
Oh,
I haven't seen him at all since.
He's been doing a lot of quiet. I'm picking up psychically. I feel he's been working with what's the general's name that was pardoned? General Flynn. There's a whole group of them down there in Florida doing stuff, mapping stuff out. He's up to no good, is what he's doing.
That sounds about right. Let's AI tech. They're seeing what they can do to cook the books. See what's gonna happen. Military plane. There you go.
The rain in Spain
stays mainly on the plane.
Betrayed, backstabbed.
Now that fits. Yeah, I know when I was in California last spring, when we were up on the San Bernardino Mountains, once we were up there, I was cool. It was like, this is really nice and really beautiful. Going up and down the mountain, no, I would either be up there and never leave, or I would never go up there because
you'd be living up there on Mulholland Drive.
I can't do the windy thing. I have vertigo really, really bad. I thought poor Rock was going to die laughing at me because I had a death grip on the door going up and down the mountain going, slow down, slow down, slow down. He's like, I'm doing 10 miles an hour. I can't go any slower.
You would have been fine on Coldwater Canyon where all the houses went in stilts.
Yeah, no. No, thank you. I don't lean over balcony railings. I don't climb stairs. I don't go up ladders because everything spins. So I was like, yeah, no.
So you're not going to be a Latter-day Saint?
Nope, I'll never be a Latter-day Saint. Maybe a broken Latter-day Saint, but never.
No, more like a footstool Latter-day Saint.
Yeah, there you go. Weisselberg. How's Weisselberg? I just saw him in something over the weekend. I don't remember.
I don't know. I'm not picking up anything. Remember I said sometimes the guides you ask and just don't get anything? I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, I saw him. I don't know what he was doing, and it wasn't enough to get my attention, but so I would say it's not. Now, I had another thing that I saw before the show. It appears that Senate Democrat Elizabeth Warren, Senator Wyden, I forget his first name, and Leader Schumer are in the process of introducing a bill to give Social Security recipients an extra $200 a month starting ASAP to combat 45's inflation.
Sounds nice, but I don't know if they'll let it through.
Yeah. Or maybe they'll let it through and then discontinue Social Security.
Well, like when they were saying, they're not going to tax Social Security. It's like, yeah, because the way they're going at, there's going to be none.
Yeah. I mean,
don't get scared, people. Social Security is not going away.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Neither is Medicaid or Medicare.
Well, Medicaid in some
going to be
areas
messed with, but it's not going to be completely gone.
We'll see on that.
That's what I've been picking up.
It'll be reinstated is what I get. It's going to be dicey for some people, but it gets reinstated. Again, also to show...
keep seeing a skeleton, so I keep thinking it's going to be like bare bones, just a handful of people that'll still be on it. But because every time I look at it, I just get skeletons. Like it's just...
Well, time will tell on that one. I feel we'll know by June, July.
That'll be good. Yeah, Mel is doing better. He's should be home tomorrow, but we're trying to let him rest as much as possible and not harass him. So,
I think I'll send him a
let
whoopee
him
cushion.
heal.
Do you think that would be a good gift? I'll send him a whoopee cushion.
There you go. We go with his fart jokes.
No, that way you say, "Oh, it's the whoopee cushion, not me."
There you go, and send Gary a gas mask. I have seen yes on this.
I've
Especially
always said yes.
the Mrs.
I said that when she started taking money when he told people to give her foundation the money and not to the Red Cross. And then that money went nowhere except into her bank account.
It was a planned outcome.
Big news.
There you go. All for money. You got it. It makes me wonder, well, what did she go buy with all that money?
It wasn't a facelift.
No, it wasn't. Or clothes that fit.
Or if it was, she'd be on the TV show Botched with Laura Loomer.
Yeah.
So.
Another Trump and Musk having a fallout.
Does the Pope live in the Vatican?
Do bears poop in the woods?
Yeah.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Well,
we've been.
This is my first really drain the swamp with you. Just the two of us.
Yeah, it is. It's the first time just the two of us. Usually we got three or more. This is a very major concern, especially for those people who are on Medicaid, because Medicaid pays for probably 80% of nursing home care for seniors or severely disabled who have to have 24/7 care. I know when my mother got put into hospice care, it took her entire Social Security check, all of her Medicaid, and we still had to pay out of pocket X amount per month to cover the expenses. And so, yeah, it's I think when some of these rich people have to start bringing mama and daddy home to live with them because they can't afford the nursing home anymore, is when you're going to have people start rethinking these decisions.
Well, the next 3 weeks are going to determine a lot of stuff, is what I say.
Yeah.
What I predicted was the month of April is a WTF moment. Every time, is another what? And as I said on my show yesterday, America's basically, we're battered wife. We have battered wife syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
We're just going to wake up and say, okay, we're done.
Yeah. And we're all suffering from PTSD from the first go round with this dipwad. So before we could even recover from that, and now we're the battered wives. That's the excellent way to put it. But yeah, we're getting real close to the line where people are just going to say enough's enough. I mean, you got Bernie and AOC out there drawing crowds of 30,000 plus everywhere they go.
36,000 people in Los Angeles alone.
Yeah. That's a lot of people show up. And they're not attacking the administration per se. They're attacking the oligarchs. And, it's pretty sad when somebody that's got more money than God is so greedy that they have to take your little measly $1,000 a month to live off of,
They take the money out of starving children in wheelchairs. No conscience.
Exactly.
So all I always say is send them love and light till they get it right.
Sorry, I had to yell at the dog.
That's okay. No,
Rose said, I've had enough being battered.
Yeah.
That's right.
We need a divorce lawyer.
And a damn good one at that. Someone that's going to actually get us our money's worth.
Yeah.
125,000 people at Coachella booed 45.
Yep.
And it probably went right over his head after he had his temper tantrum.
Either they didn't show it to him.
I don't know which.
They didn't tell him.
Well, he was there. You would think he would have heard the boos.
No, I'm talking about 45. He's in his own little world. He lives in his own little fiefdom.
That's
worrying
true.
About the homegrowns. Is that like your bone spur? Is that homegrown?
Yeah.
And with DEI, why can't we get rid of Marjorie Taylor Greene?
Or how about a man that wants to have a huge military parade that had 5 deferments from serving in the army because he didn't want to go to Vietnam?
Well,
I know people that went to Vietnam, and I know them when they came back. And
when I was a kid, we had some neighbors that came back, and they're now in Arlington Cemetery.
Yeah. I have a brother-in-law that.
But the 19th,
he is doing better. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the next big hands-off march is this Saturday.
And I love him calling it hands off because, I mean, you know that Trump has heard that many times from Melania. So,
and then some.
I think we should all get hand out mushroom soup or something. Cans of mushroom soup.
That would be good.
So I'm thinking here. People ask me, I just saw somebody ask if I still have a migraine. I got rid of it last night, but there's always the next day. It's like you feel like a zombie.
Yeah.
So
I get migraines. I hate them. It's like once the initial headache is gone, then you have the aftermath that can last for several days.
And people have sent me so many remedies. It's like, I know, thank you very much. I have it down to what I need to do now. But thank you for your concerns and care. And Shari's yawning. Am I that boring?
I am. I don't know why I am. I guess I'm tired. I don't know. Yeah. I don't feel tired, but we are at our hour. We're actually a little over our hour. So
how many people in the room tonight?
368. Holy moly, that's a lot for me.
Thank you, people.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And
so everybody go to Shari's page and love and like and share and subscribe.
Please.
We need to get up to 10,000 in the next month or so.
Yep. That's my next goal is 10,000. So I'm getting there slowly but surely.
One subscriber at a time.
That's it. And then when you're doing through with that, go over to Arthur's and let's get him to 20. So
I appreciate
20,000. Yeah. Make sure you like and subscribe to his channel because you have a lot of fun over there too.
And in the next week, I should be putting up a new timeless tools on why we sage.
Very good. All right.
I think I'm going to call it Sage 101 with a modern twist.
Yeah, this Saturday, Nath of the Third Wish and I are doing a special live stream for our members only for Easter. Ask anything. And so if you're a member on either of our channels, we're going to do it through his channel because he has Zoom and I don't. And so we're going to Zoom it, and then that way our members can come and just ask questions, and we'll read. And
so you're gonna wear ear, bunny ears like a Playboy bunny?
No.
That's what it asked.
Although I did have an Easter thingy to wear. I don't know. I used to have a bonnet, but I think one of the dogs ate it, so it's I don't have a bonnet anymore.
Okay.
I might have to run to Walgreens or something and go get something that lights up, like maybe Easter eggs on a headband or something that lights up.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah, it is. So thank y'all for coming tonight. We do appreciate it.
We do. Thank you.
Make sure you go over to Mel's channel and just give him a little word of encouragement on his posts page.
Right. And also his Venmo is
Melvin,
MELVIN
I'm
dash
gonna put MELVIN dash
DOERR.
DOERR. Yeah, that's a and that's how you can send a little donation.
Actually, I don't know if it's at Venmo, but that's his Venmo account.
Yeah.
Anyway, show him a little love.
That's it. Just go drop him a little line and on his because he's been posting with his health, keeping everybody up to date. Just go send him some love and a little encouragement and make him feel better. And yeah, we'll go from there. So y'all have a great week. Easter's this weekend, so
ooh, are you around Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
Like Easter Sunday at 3:30, maybe, or 5:30 Pacific Central Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're already in my book.
Oh, okay.
You're regularly in my book for Sunday, just like my slumber party is for Saturday.
There you go.
It's the extra dates that I have to go, let me go look and see. So
I'll do it. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for stopping by. And thank you, Shari.
Very much so. You're welcome, Arthur. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, Arthur did an interview with what is it, NDE, I think.
Life After Life NDE.
Life After Life NDE. He did an interview with them, so it got dropped today. So check it out. It was really good.
I did another one with Haunted Living. That'll be on the 21st.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. So
no, it hasn't come out yet.
No, you haven't done it yet.
No, I did it. I just have to put it up.
Oh, he hasn't dropped it yet. Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha. And make sure you go buy yourself a little chocolate bunny so everybody can enjoy a little bit of chocolate for Easter. And
I'm sorry, my Mr. Dr. Endocrinologist, but Shari told me I have to have sugar.
My mother's rule for daily living was you must have chocolate every day.
Oh.
Even if it's just one bite.
My dear sweet Annalise sent this from Denmark. Translated. You cannot buy happiness, but you can buy chocolate, and that is almost the same.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I bought this probably 6 months ago, and I still have half of it in the drawer. And it's like every now and again, I just get that urge. I need a little bit of chocolate.
Oh, I can't do that. My grandmother was the same way. My grandmother worked at a chocolate factory. And the first day she went there, they gave her a whole pound block of chocolate and said, sit down and eat this. She did. They said, are you sick of it? She says, no, I'll have another.
Yeah, that's.
So later in life, what I would do is put one Hershey Kiss on the counter. And that was it. And then I'd hear, Jezus Maria, where's the rest of them? In Polish, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, basically.
Yeah.
So, okay, here's the bag.
Yep. Yeah. My mother used to walk around. She worked at Joann's and they wore the big aprons, you know, and she'd walk around and she kept a bag of Hershey's Kisses in her apron. And when customers would come in, she'd walk up and say, "Hi, would you like a kiss?" And then she'd hold out a chocolate Hershey's Kiss to them. And so um, it made them feel welcome in the store, you know. So she got a kick out of it.
Yeah, I'd get a
And,
restraining order. Someone get a restraining order against me. But that's another story. All right.
All right, y'all. Have a great week. Have a happy Easter.
We'll be
Wednesday
around.
night, Sisters will be on Val Dragonfly Crystal's channel. And
Yeah, I'll be on Val's channel on Wednesday. I
yeah,
assume tomorrow's Mel is not going to be available, which is fine.
yeah,
I want him to
we'll have
rest.
to-
Even if he said, let's do a show, I'm going to say, no, you have to rest.
yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you again,
That's it.
everybody.
Bye,
you, Shari.
y'all. Have a good week. Be good. Eat a little chocolate. Just a little.